Good morning, everybody. Okay, I'm making a video here to talk about and to show you guys how I'm growing the chia. Okay, you've heard of chia seeds, Salvia hispanica. This stuff, small seeds here, are indigenous to North America. They were grown back a long time ago in the days of the Aztecs. See, this was a staple food before the conquistadors came over from Spain and made it illegal to grow this stuff. They part of their genocide agenda. This was a major source of protein that the warriors, the Aztec warriors, and these people would eat. There's like 5 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons, right? 2 tablespoons of this. 5 grams of protein. It's got like fiber, 20% calcium, 15% iron, and it's got omegas. You see, like this, you can't see this, but when you wet this seed, there's like a mucilaginous, it's like a slime starts to form around the seed, and that slime is like omega fats. It's like a fatty substance, and if you know about omegas, you know it's good for you. So what I did is I got these seeds, okay, and I spread them on the ground here. I think it was January, April, something like that, maybe a bit later. And this is a grass here, okay? This is like a huge area. It was just grass, so I had to like disc the grass up, and then I tilled it, and I put some wood chips, some ramial chipped wood. Those are the small branches of trees that are chipped up. I put that in the soil, and then I put the seeds. I made other videos about ramial chipped wood. I'm not going to talk about it here, but so here's what's going on. See, like how dense it grew, and I didn't do anything here. I did not weed. I didn't do anything. It was this. The canopy cover here is so dense that nothing grew except for this chia. And right now we're October, and it's flowering, and there's always full of butterflies around here. But you see the pod, and that's where these seeds are going to be in. These pods are going to be full of seeds, and all you need to do for chia is you just put a bucket underneath and you whack it, you know, and the seeds fall in the bucket. That's really all you need to do. And yeah, this is one of the superfoods. And so it's not a grain like wheat. It's more like it's a seed, right? So it doesn't have the gluten that you'll find in wheat. And what else about this? So you could eat the seeds. You could make like a porridge. You could grind it with a mortar and a pestle. You could grind it into like a flour and make some sort of breads, or like whatever you want. You can make some kind of pancakes, bannock. And then you could make a tea with the leaves. Look at this one, how big this one is. This one's gonna have a lot of seeds. Now, I suspect the soil here wasn't very rich. It's basically a very sandy soil sitting on top of red clay. It's called ertosol. And the clay is just like years of weathering have pushed all of the organic matter down, and you're left with mostly sand. So that's why I put in some wood chips to try. They're going to break down and bring some organic matter, and there's going to be all sorts of bugs in there that are going to break down the fungi are going to break down the wood chips, and then things are going to eat the fungi, and then the whole chain of life is going to get activated and produce some fertility. So I think that this is basically what you're seeing here is a very poor sandy soil, no fertilizer, and I did not water like this this chia patch, because chia is drought resistant. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, what a great crop it is, because you don't need to do anything but put the seeds in and then this is going to produce a lot of seeds, okay, like more seeds than we could eat. So I'm going to grow the patch next year bigger than this here, and I'm just going to keep like growing this patch and grow more and more of this chia. So there you go, chia seeds. We put it in our oatmeal. You could eat it raw. You just could, like, you know, you could just pop those seeds in your mouth and chew on them. Some people make tapioca, like tapioca pudding, because of that slime that kind of like forms around the seeds when it's wet. And then I'm sure you could go on the internet and find a lot of stuff they could do with chia. And it's like, I also tried this year to grow quinoa, which is another superfood that I think the Mayans and the Aztecs used to eat until it was banned. They would burn all the fields, and then they would kill anybody who grew it. And actually this stuff kind of like disappeared for 400 years, and just until like recently. And I guess some of the natives down there were just kept harvesting it in secret for all these years, and you know, and now it's like it's in the Whole Foods like supermarket. It's like a health food now, and it costs a fortune. This thing here is like anywhere from $8 to like $12. Okay, this is $8 to $12. And you know they're going to start to mess around with this. They're going to start to grow this with chemical fertilizers, and they're going to start to like they're going to start to make this into like some sort of poison food. So you just grow your own, basically, you know. Just go in your backyard and grow it. Thing is this though, what I've learned about it is, see, we're October, and it's just now making seed. Now, so it takes a long time for it to make the seeds. So if you don't have a long growing season, you know, if you're up north, then you might want to grow quinoa. If you're down south, then chia is a better bet. And you could grow amaranth, which is another superfood. And but the amaranth grows really well around here, so much so that it's actually like, I was surprised this year because I put some amaranth seeds. Actually, I put them beside this patch here, and all the beetles ate all the amaranth. They loved it. But what happened is that and you can't really see now, but here I had some black-eyed peas growing, and then wild green amaranth sprouted all over the place. And so it's local to here. It's like a quote weed. So I'm done like trying to grow amaranth. It's a weed. Every year it pops up. There's tons of it everywhere. So I've got the amaranth growing. This patch of quinoa. See, I'm not going to take this patch here of chia. I'm not going to take all the seeds. I'm basically going to let some fall on the ground, and it'll come back like by itself. So, and that's what I'm going to do. You know, I'm going to let this stuff come back by itself, and if I want to grow the patch in that direction, I'll just keep putting more and more seeds out there. So yeah, this is a beautiful day today. It's a October here in Mississippi, and this was my peanut patch. First time growing peanuts. Actually did pretty good. I mean pretty good according to me is not the same thing as pretty good according to the industry. Pretty good according to me is like I got some peanuts, you know. It's not like I'll be able to go to make like tons and tons of this stuff and then sell it on the market. And I don't really care about selling this stuff. See, I just tossed peanuts all over the place, and it grew with all the wild plants. And now I mowed it and I tilled it a few days ago. Now I'm just gonna go around and pick as much of the peanuts I can and leave some in the ground so they'll come back next year. I had some I wasn't supposed to do a tour here, but like I've had some sweet potatoes in here. It's like sweet potatoes, and then when I harvested the sweet potatoes, I put in some green onions. These green onions are just some of the look at that, the sweet potato are like popping up all over the place. But they won't make it. Like winter will knock them down. So I think this is some green amaranth right here. Right, so yeah, but winter's coming, it'll knock all that down. But not this here. These green onions will survive. I'm gonna have more green onions than I could shake a stick at. But I keep I keep some bulbs, and then I just replant them somewhere else, and it just keeps going on and on. So yeah, that's what I have going now. All right, there, see, from afar, that's my little patch there. Super easy to grow, doesn't require water, doesn't require anything. 5 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. And it's beautiful. Butterflies love it. Look at that. Huh? Hey, it's doing its job. All right, folks, that's it. It's really easy. Do it. Bye-bye.